Hey everyone, welcome back to Easy off in Felghana, where as you can tell, it's rather silent. Probably means there's a boss coming up. We got the brochure serum, which allows us to run really fast, which probably means we're going to be using that really shortly in order to avoid something or something. But yes, we also went through the zone of lava right over to our left here, which music starts playing again. It's very hot here, and we were able to wade through shallow lavas and things like that. This is a dungeon that we're not able to escape from just yet, but maybe now we're about to be able to. Let's find out. What do we got going on over here? It looks like I could fall there. I'm not gonna attempt it yet, so I'm gonna go over here. And let's see what we got. Lord of the Blazing Prison, Yalva. So Yalva's thing is I'm gonna spew fire everywhere, and basically does that and makes a bunch of stuff happen. And as you can tell, it kind of floats in specific directions and does that with tiles. So we might want to make sure where we're standing depending on what it's doing. Because if it just hits a tile, it could do a lot of damage. So if we take a look, yes, see, it's doing that. So we run all the way over here, we can avoid getting hurt by spikes on the bottom of the tiles. But also, it likes to do this, which brings us able to get up in his face in order to do stuff. He's over there now, so we gotta run back over this way and make sure not to get hit. And let's see, what is he doing now? He's right over there. So he's probably gonna do a big blast, which raises all that, which allows us to get up in his face, but I kind of messed it up a little bit. I'm gonna run over here so I don't get hurt. There we go. You gotta make very good use of the Ventus Bracelet here if you don't want to get hit, because you're gonna... I love that I said that immediately as I get hit. Okay, avoid that. And as you can tell, all you really gotta do is just pay attention to what angles he's at, because depending on where he's at when he's about to do things, that is probably what he's gonna be hitting on these tiles. So we might wanna get out of the way whenever you can see tiles he's gonna do. So right now, it looks like he's just gonna shoot these tiles here, hit those, no problem. And now he's going over here. He's aiming that way, so he's gonna hit those tiles there. Let's see, he's coming back over here. He's aiming that way, so he's hitting those tiles over there. Simple enough. Now he's coming back, so we're just gonna get in his face and just do a ton of damage to him. And make sure he dies in the process. And that gets rid of all the weird tiles on the ground that does the flippies and do the spike thingies. Acquired the Sunset statue. I almost said, I did say stat. Sunset statue. The Stunset stats too. There's too many T's. But yeah, let's head back over to the right, or heading to the right, I should say, not back over to the right, because we have a teeny little bit more dungeon to deal with. Nothing too fancy. It looks like we have any enemies to deal with? Doesn't look like it. Anything? Nope. Let's see, we got a way out over here. Anything useful though? It did look like there's... Do I fall here? Can I fall here? I can't fall there. I'm gonna be very careful because I'm very curious. I'm gonna take a look really quick. I really don't remember on this part. Okay, yep, nope, I'm good. Good. The fact that I couldn't fall there, I think I'm good. Never mind. Because I was curious if I'm like, can I fall there? But nope. Let's get out of here. We're done with this place finally. Back to the Ilburn's ruins. Another area of the ruins that probably will lead us over to where we need to go. We're on the opposite side of where we got kicked off, I believe. So just kind of jump over and grab this while we're at it. Ow. Oh. Gravel ore times 12. That's always good. That gives us 32. So let's head back over. And let's see. Doesn't seem to be a path I can deal with, so you know what that means. Time to fall down a hole. If I fall down a hole, we just do this action. That brings us over to here. That one platform now is higher up that just seems like out of whack. We actually got above where we got kicked off, which is weird.
That was faster than I'd anticipated. I had every confidence you'd make it back alive. And with the statue, no less. I must admit, I'm impressed. Now, hand them over, both of them. Don't play dumb with me either. I know you're the one who defeated that creature in the quarry.
Chester, don't!
Elena? Dogi? You shouldn't be here. Why have you come?
Sister Nell told us that Adol had come here to look for Father Pierre. Dogi had just returned and was going to follow him, so I came too.
No end of trouble, I swear. Freezing my ass off climbing the Elder Mountains, with monsters all around me and no equipment worth a damn. So I go back to town to regroup and try again. And what do I hear? The mayor's been hurt, and Adol's off at the ruins. And Chester, you've been missing for 6 months? What the hell, man?
Chester, I don't mind that you've become one of Count Maguire's knights. No matter what people say you've done, you're still my brother. If you're truly following your heart, I would never stand in your way. But why? Why are you doing this? Why would you kidnap a priest? Or try to hurt Adol? And how come you never contacted me, even just to let me know you were still alive?
Are you done? I left town because I found the menial existence offered me there to be utterly repugnant. I wasn't thrilled at the prospect of babysitting you for the rest of my life either, Elena.
What?
I thought that if I became one of Maguire's knights, I could move up in the world and make something of myself, as opposed to living a peasant's existence in some backwater town, biding my time until I die of boredom. It was all dragging me down, Elena. Living life in a place where nothing matters is the height of tedium. Not just one element of it either, but every part of every day. You, the town, my past, everything, all meaningless.
What are you saying?
Chester, you son of a bitch! What the hell is wrong with you?
I could ask the same thing. You have no right to feel indignant, Dogi. I simply chose the same path in life as you. Or have you conveniently forgotten that you abandoned Redmont on a whim 8 years ago? None of us are children anymore. Keep your statues for now. I'm sure they'll be safest in your care. As I said, I became one of Count Maguire's knights to rid myself of my past. That includes you, Dogi. You are no longer a part of my life. I suggest you forget about me and move along. Get in my way and you'll be very, very sorry.
I still can't believe what happened at the ruins. I mean, what can Chester possibly be thinking?
Mayor, I hate to say this, but we have larger concerns at the moment. The closure of the quarry is bad enough, but to threaten a priest on top of it all. Chester's a factor, yes, but I think our first priority should be Maguire. He is indisputably the root of our problems.
Yes, you're right, of course. Bishop Nicholas, do you have any inkling as to what Count Maguire may be after?
I'm afraid not. But then, he's never been one to talk openly about his affairs. His wife and their 2 children attend morning mass without him always. I do find it hard to believe, though, that he'd try and claim authority beyond that of the church.
What would you suggest we do about Father Pierre, then?
As head of the Felghana diocese, it is my duty to oversee the well-being of all members of the clergy. When I return to the castle, I intend to have a talk with the Count. Fear not, I should be able to secure Father Pierre's release.
Much obliged on that.
I'll leave Father Pierre to you, then. Thank you.
I must say, though, I am a bit concerned about these statues Count Maguire has Chester searching for. May we see the two you've found thus far, Adol?
Adol produced the statues from his pack.
Interesting, and very unique.
So, the big critters were guarding these?
I sense an unusual power from within them. It's possible there may be a link between these statues and the recent monster appearances.
What?
How do you figure?
Well, this is pure conjecture on my part. But these two come from the quarry and the ruins, both of which seem to be hotbeds for monster activity as of late. And each was guarded by a large creature of unusual strength. Does that not strike you as more than mere coincidence?
You may be right. And if that's the case, we'd be especially foolish to let the Count get his hands on them. I think we should safeguard them until we know exactly what's happening. What's wrong, Dewey?
Oh, nothing. I just get the feeling I've seen these statues somewhere before.
What?
Come on, out with it, Dewey!
I'm thinking. It's not like this was just yesterday. It was down inside the old abandoned mine, if I recall correctly. There was a mural painted on the wall.
Abandoned mine?
It's an old, deep section of the Tigre quarry that we exhausted long ago. Been closed off ever since. We found a really ornate mural painted on one of the walls there. Can't even imagine how old it was. But if memory serves, it depicted 4 statues that looked an awful lot like the ones we've got here.
Could there really be a connection?
Well, it certainly warrants an investigation.
All right! Hey, Adol, what say we split our efforts? I think I have an idea. I'll get my stuff together and return to the Elder Mountains while you head to the abandoned mine.
Ah, you intend to see Bearheart?
Yeah, the old master. He knows more about Felghana's legends and folklore than anyone else, so he can probably fill in some of the blanks. Plus, he might know something about Chester's situation. He was Chester's master too, after all. He might have some idea why that idiot's been acting like such a jackass.
I'll speak with Chester directly at the castle. He may be more likely to grant Father Pierre's release than Maguire. I'll also see if I can learn anything pertinent about the statues while I'm there.
Sounds like a plan. Hope you can talk your way through that thick skull of his. Adol, I'll catch you later. Good luck in the abandoned mine. Don't get yourself killed without me, you got it? If you have a chance, too, be sure to check in on Elena. I feel so bad for her. Poor kid. Let's make sure we get this all sorted out, for her sake.
All right, Adol. The entrance to the abandoned mine is next to the quarry storehouse, at the bottom of that first vertical shaft. I'll go on ahead and get the door open, since the lock's kind of tricky. Get your stuff together and meet me there, okay?
Are you sure that's wise, Dewey? Monsters aside, remember the quarry's off-limits right now. If Maguire's men catch you there...
It won't be a problem. I'll bring Paul and Ricardo for manpower, and we'll be in and out before anyone's the wiser. Got it, Adol? Don't keep us waiting. You know where we'll be, so hurry up.
Alright, time to keep him waiting because we have some stuff we can do. First, investigating the old mine as thoroughly as you need will be no easy task. It's not much, so please take this and use it to temper your equipment. You'll need every advantage you can get. Totally fine with that one. Be careful down there. Don't take unnecessary risks. Yeah, let's see what the town has to update us on information that's been going on. There's never anyone in there when I always check. But yes, let's see what's going on here. My son and his idiot friends had gone to the quarry to open up the abandoned mine for you. Make sure you thank them. That shaft was sealed up back when I was still head miner. After we exhausted all the ore, the place became a death trap. Lots of hollow rock and pitfalls and such, and rotting wood now, I surmise. I do remember that mural, though. We had no idea what it was, so we felt the best to let sleeping dogs lie, and kept our distance. You know, now that I think about it... Nah, couldn't it be? Just ignore this babbling old man, if you would. Not really. That seems very important, but right now, let's take a look around. Hello there. So is it true that Chester's gone to work for the Count? Can't believe someone of his moral standards would ever serve under such a corrupt man. He used to be Mayor Edgar's aide. The two of them were like kindred spirits, and he always detested the Count, even more than the rest of us. Elena and Edgar must have both been mortified to learn of this. Mayor Edgar was like the father to him, and Elena raising them ever since they were brought here as orphans. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Hello, Pickards. I want to talk... there we go. Yeah, cute, aren't they? It's my job to take care of these here Pickards. I'm here proud to say I never once gotten sick on my watch. Take my job seriously, like an adult. I have a feeling they're going to get sick at some point. Come on, Hugo, hurry up. Remember, you're the daddy, okay? No, that's just weird. I mean, I know they're playing house, but... Hello there. Apparently, local lord of Felghana is a nobleman of the Roman Empire. I love to have a Roman noble sponsor my work here. But I know next to nothing about Count McGuire. His name has never once come up back in Rome. Travel aside, Felghana is always a pretty remote and inconsequential place when it comes right down to it. Something tells me he wasn't stationed here for the glory. Let's see. What do I got? 50 chunks of rubble ore for 2,500 gold? Sounds good to me. 2,500 gold. Gives us more money. I can't believe you got in a hold of so much rubble ore. With things as they are, you're really something else. Gonna need more spare rubble ore in the future. You know where I'll be. Next up, let's see if you can find me... How about 200 hunks of rubble? What do you say? Come on, they're gonna bite my head off if I don't get enough rubble ore by the sale date. And I mean that, literally. So yeah, he's kind of just giving us stuff over time. And as you can tell, 200 is a lot. So we're gonna be getting that for a while.
Almighty God, please deliver me from temptation. Guide my path straight and true, and grant mercy upon the innocent. Lord, Adol? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. I was in the middle of my prayers. If you're here to keep me apprised of things, I'm afraid you're too late. Bishop Nicholas has already filled me in. The situation certainly has gotten quite out of hand. I simply don't understand why the Count would take Father Pierre prisoner. I hope no harm comes to him. And Chester, how could he commit such vile acts? I'm sorry, please excuse me. I lost my composure for a moment. You need to be very careful out there, Adol. Something is happening to Felghana. Something most unholy. I can feel it.
Well, we wouldn't have a video game without something unholy happening, so... Yeah, let's check up on Elena. Door's locked up tight. She's... not there? Alright. Well, let's see. What other places haven't I checked? We have over here... Speaking of which... I looked out my window and saw the miners leaving town a short while ago. The quarry's been closed. I can't imagine where they're all going. I know the quarry's important to the town, but I just don't like it. In fact, I hate it. I hate the quarry, and I hate everyone who works there. We did see something a while back in the quarry that we actually can get using our Ventus Bracelet. You know that island out in Sienna Bay? There used to be a small village there a long time ago. One day, some kind of epidemic broke out, and that was the end of them. Isn't that just horrible? Really makes you think. You never know what tomorrow will bring. Went to the castle to sign up for service, but there was a white knight there who turned me away at the gate. The little Ponce had a heck of an attitude, though thought he was the cat's meow or something. Smug dastard. And he wasn't the only one, no siree. Before he showed up, some other soldier boy kept trying to turn me away. Guess he couldn't handle me alone. Huh. I told them both where they can go, and I told them what they could do there. Then I left. May not look it, but I actually worked as a mercenary in Garmin before I came here. You know, you seem like you've been seen your fair share of the world too, am I right? Probably heard all manner of mercenary stories all from all over Europa then? There was this one guy, no matter how overwhelming the odds may have been, if he was with you, you won, period. Here he calls this place his home, which is part of why I came. Been keeping an eye out for him, but no luck so far. His name was, what was it? On the tip of my tongue, Burgard? Brushwish? It's Bur something. Bur, it's cold in here. What was I saying again? You know, try as I might, I just can't bring myself to believe all the rumors floating around about Chester. He and Elena first came here over 12 years ago. Edward took them in since they both lost their parents. Since all they had was each other, more or less, Chester was always really good to Elena. Always looked out for her. He was a clever young man and really knew his way around a sword, sometimes helped Edgar with his duties too. He once told me that he was going to make this town great, just so he can shock the heck out of Dogi when he came back. We all believed Chester would make us proud someday. I keep hoping he'll change his mind about all this nonsense. Come home, Elena. Don't we all?
Fine mess we've got here in Felghana, no? Chester's the big shocker for me. He's had a dignified air about him ever since he was a child. We always suspected that he might be the son of a nobleman or some such thing, but there's nothing noble about Maguire. Dogi, on the other hand, was a total mess as a child, and look at him now. Though I suppose I can't really compare since I know nothing at all about Chester's life before Redmont. The events of his distant past could hold the missing puzzle piece that gives valid context to all his actions. But then, what do I know? The more I think about it, the more I realize just how pointless it is to think about it. I'm uninvolved in the proceedings and have no skills to contribute to them, but you do, so I'd like you to have this.
Yes, that last line and the Ravel ore acquisition, PSP exclusive once again.
We often find pieces of Ravel on the floor during cleanup, dragged in on the miner's shoes, no doubt. It's not much, but I do hope it can be of some use to you. Really, it's about the only thing I can do to help, I'm afraid. After all, I'm basically just here to look pretty.
I mean, he does accomplish that rather well enough, so. Nothing in there? And anything in here? Nothing. Alright, moving on. I already talked to you. I forgot. Alright, so how about you? Since monsters started showing up, hardly anyone ever comes here anymore. Foreign trade has all but ceased. Now that the quarry shut down on top of it all, we can no longer mine for Ravel ore, our primary export. With both supply and demand at a standstill, I fear it won't be long before this really run out of merchandise to sell. Don seems totally oblivious to the danger we're into. I wish he shows some semblance of concern. Well, speaking of going out of business, I can afford some stuff, so I'm going to make your business actually be decent business. I'm going to buy these two pieces of equipment because I can afford them, and I'm going to upgrade my stuff. But also, I'm going to buy one of these. I'm going to buy a couple of these, actually. And one of those.
Don't be a stranger.
There we go. Because you can hold at least 3 consumable items for those at a time. And I'm just going to make use of getting better equipment. There we go. And that gives us a new set of equipment. So Chester's gone to work for the Count, has he? Guess I misjudged him. Never thought he'd just toss his sister aside like that, much less to serve as a lapdog for someone like Maguire. I guess all that really matters to him in the end is status and prestige. Let's see, how much does it cost to get this new set of equipment tempered? It costs 30 Ravel for each one and 150 gold, so it will be a little bit before I can upgrade them, but right now their stats are okay for me. But we'll keep that in mind for the future. But we also need to get 200 chunks as well to sell. Oh, there's that too. Hey Adel, heard you were heading to the dark depths of the old abandoned mine. You adventure types certainly are a crazy bunch. Just gotta keep taking on one quest after another, helping anyone and everyone. It's positively inspirational. It's gonna be crazy down there though, I'll bet. I mean, the quarry's monster infested to begin with. But the abandoned mine's been untouched by human hands for many, many years. Don't let your guard down. Long ago, the people of Felghana were strong believers in a religion known as Dio Anima. I don't know much about it, but the basic idea is that all things, inanimate or otherwise, have a spiritual presence. Sounds like a pretty interesting belief system, to be honest. I mean, it promotes respect for, well, everything. Nothing wrong with the church we got now, though, either. Our clergy are tops. Nicest people in the world. Still makes you wonder what happened to all the followers of Dio Anima. What caused an entire religion to die? Well, there was a epidemic a long time ago, like some amount of years ago, like over a decade. So that could be something to do with it.
Adol, please wait! Thank goodness I caught you. I wanted to apologize. For what Chester did, I mean. I know it's little comfort, but he's my brother, and I felt I should give you something as an apology on his behalf. It's a family heirloom of sorts. Adoptive family heirloom, anyway. Full of spiritual energy. Supposedly, if you envision one of the old travel monuments while stroking its feathers, you'll be sent right there. Think of it as a very useful good luck charm. As for me, I'll be alright. I've been contemplating all the horrible things my brother's been doing. And I know I should be angry with them, and I am, don't get me wrong. But no matter what, he's still my brother. I'll always love him just the same. He's the only true family I have. So, like I said, I'll be alright. I don't know if I got through to him or not. I just know that I want all this to stop. He's putting himself and everyone else in such danger. Oh, Adol, if you see my brother again on your travels, would you please tell him something for me? Don't go out of your way to find him, of course. I just mean, if you cross paths again, tell him I said, thank you for the pendant.
Adol silently nodded his consent.
I appreciate it, Adol. Ugh, I'm such a mess. Crying doesn't help anything. You're headed to the abandoned mine, right? Please, be extra careful. For me, okay?
So, we got a wing talisman. By using the wing talisman either from the item menu or pressing the assigned extra button function, also PSP exclusive by the way, you warp directly to any travel monument you touched. In the buttons tab under the options menu, there's an option map to the extra function. To the left is the toggle which determines what extra function actually does. Set the toggle wing warper and then press it, and you can use it. So yes, right now my extra function is set to the mostly useless walk. Why would I ever use that when I can just kind of move the analog nub just very slightly and I get the same effect? But yes, so the options menu has a thing for the extra function. If we look down over here, we click left and we see that it's set to walk. We have no fall, which is what we can actually use for not falling down ledges. That is a thing in the PC version as well by hitting F2. And we have the wing warp, which is what I'm going to be using it specifically for. Because being able to just click open a menu and being able to warp anywhere we need to go. Great. So, next time on Azure Plays, how about we go and see about thanking Chester? Let's go to Valentine Castle. I mean, why not? I mean, we can go out of our way and do exactly just that because sounds like a plan to me. But also, with the Ventus Bracelet, there's a couple things we can get now that we can just warp places. We can check those things out. I'll see you all then.